taking pills and sleeping in a car.
I did not get to record the phone call. Had a lot of stuff happening at the house, but I just got off the phone with Blaze as well as the Premier Gym that I was talking about in the previous video. And we did come to an agreement, and we are fixing to close and sign the contract. Obviously, I can tell you guys a little bit more about the deal and what it's going to entail, especially from our end as far as like what the back end stuff looks like. But that is definitely huge for us, and you know what life looks like in the next 12 months. So that is the deal. We are signing a 12-month contract with this gym. Like I said before, they train guys like Baker Mayfield, a bunch of the Buccaneers core offense, as well as they have a really good MLB roster. They do those off-season training programs for them, as well as just run an elite level, prestigious gym as far as like the classes they offer, the clientele that they train. It's not just pro athletes, but it's 1% entrepreneurs and go-getters. So it's a really cool environment to be a part of and just get to work with them on a monthly basis. As part of the new dad life, my job for the day is to learn Mom Cozy bottle washer. So.
Oh yeah.
This is so surreal. Setting everything up, getting ready to have a child. Absolutely insane. Currently filming on my massive cinema rig because I hate taking it apart. So sorry, it has to be like this. Now we have to find bottles. First of all, we're so blessed because this room is absolutely jam-packed with so much stuff from all of the baby showers. So blessed to have a community that loves us and cares for our child. But holy cow, if it is not so much stuff to dig through. Like I said, huge blessing, but we're in a little tiny house, so we got a lot of organizations to do. Anti-colic system. That is music to my ears. See, but this is the tough part, is they all have different nipples. Shout out Mom Cozy. Right now what we're doing is onboarding them onto our social media management platform. So it is through Rella. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of them, but they're super affordable. They have a ton of access in terms of like different amenities that they offer. Their packages are just great. They use AI really well. And the way they use it is very helpful. It's like kind of your personal assistant for each different, social client that you manage. Super helpful. So we're onboarding them to Rella. There's still a few kinks that I'm trying to work out in terms of like, because I can only really see things from the admin side. And so I'm trying to figure out, what the bottlenecks are from the client's perspective and what they can't see, or maybe like if we need to create them an account or whatnot. So trying to figure that out today. But luckily we already have content for Suka, and, it's not like we are way behind on anything. We're pretty much due like 16 deliverables a month. I'm going to try to average 4 a week. The name of the game for their strategy is volume. And that's what we're going to try to do to push numbers to their page. Rella, if you want to sponsor this video, that'd be pretty sick. This month of April is going to be on the computer. Like I told you guys about the, moving into this creative director, producer role, while also shooting. But is really just honing in on pre-production, ideation, all the things that can just help us succeed into delivering jaw-dropping content. Kyle Tucker and Max Clark, last year, it was definitely like a quality bump for them in terms of like what they normally get. But now it's just like people are kind of getting used to it, at least of like what we were delivering them. It's kind of just the same old thing. And so now it's like, how can we just freaking blow the doors off of people's minds? My goal is to have our videos sent in group chats. Like if your video gets sent in group chats of like creatives, that's how it's like you did something right. I want to get the shares up for our videos for our clients. So that's the goal. I think basically what they said was, how can you make money while you're staying at home with a child, but you're a service business, so like, you know, you need to film to make money, blah blah blah. And that's kind of what I can talk about here is like my business partner Kyle. He's very on the back end as far as like logistical structure, systems, all of that kind of stuff. At least that's like kind of his background. And then my background was more so like front facing, being in front of the camera, in front of the clients, building relationships, all that good stuff. So we made a really good partnership and team, and that's why we started working together. So we complement each other very well. Well, I was worried actually when obviously my wife and I got pregnant, just from the thought of like, man, like I'm not gonna be able to film as much because, you know, maybe the first month I can't travel as much because I want to be home with the baby and help out as much as I can. So therefore my pay is going to go down because I can't film to make money. And my business partner came up with this kind of like pay structure and business structure to where like I don't have to film to make all of my money. And so we basically structured it. I'm going to give you guys free game here. And I know only like 100 of you 100 people are going to see this, but like this is so valuable. Basically what we do is it's kind of like an eat what you kill system. I think I've talked about this before in my previous vlog, but basically like it's still kind of freelance, but kind of not. And I get rewarded now because I founded this company and this agency, and there's a team of 3 of us, and there's currently a 4th on a trial period who might also come into the picture as well down the road. But since I kind of laid the groundwork, all the clients we have, I got the relationships for. Obviously, they have blossomed and developed under Blaze and Kyle, but I really, all of our clients that we have are from me. And so Kyle kind of made a system to where it rewards that in terms of finder's fees, project manager fees. Whoever works on that project gets paid out of the production pool. They don't get to touch any of the finder's fees, profit share, all that good stuff. So since I can't work on a lot of things in April, you know, technically I can't really like make a whole lot, right? If I was still in the old system of filming for money. But now, since like all of our contracts I get the finder's fee for all of them every time we get paid. I get the project manager fee for at least half of them, like Max Clark and Kyle Tucker and now Suka. I get the finder's fee and I get the project manager fee because those clients are kind of like on my day-to-day communications. And then as far as like the other big clients, like Yola is our biggest by far. Major pickleball brand. They have the #1 player in the world. That is Kyle's project manager fee because they are in day-to-day communications with Kyle, and he kind of like manages that project, if that makes sense. So that's basically like the structure in which we're going and trending towards now. And then obviously with my priorities being family and, you know, raising my child up with my wife, that's my priority. Kyle has set me up for success in terms of like the way we structure this. And honestly, I don't even know if we would have come to this structure if Kyle wasn't a part of the business. I definitely wouldn't have came up with this structure on my own. Now I'm gonna go wrap up some things with Suka, send them over some documents and whatnot, and I will talk to you guys in a second.